Hello. You've probably been spending a lot of time and attention on looking like a pageant queen, but do you sound like one? I'm Dr. Stephanie Ray, a former national title holder, interested in helping you ace the pageant interview and take home that crown. So let's think about your voice. Here are a few things to pay attention to. What's your pitch? If you tend to have a high-pitched voice, you could come off as shrill, sharp, edgy, and that's not pleasing. That's irritating to people. So if you have a high-pitched voice, it's a good practice to lower that pitch, and you can do that just through effort and playing with it. So have fun with it. You can still be who you are, but just take the edge out of that voice. Volume is another thing to think about. There are some people that speak too softly and others that seem like they're yelling at you even though they're just a couple feet away from you. So pay attention to what your natural volume is, and if it's a little bit too much or a little too low, then adjust it. And of course pay attention to the context of the situation and if there's a microphone involved. Another item to think about is enunciation. That's saying each letter clearly so your words don't sound mushy. And worse, when mushy words are there, sometimes one word runs into another and people cannot hear you well. And when they don't hear you well, they don't understand you. And that's not how queens speak. So practice speaking clearly. What kind of verbal tics or mannerisms do you have in terms of filler words? These include like, whatever, seriously? I mean, you can think of them all. If you listen to your friends, people in classes or at work, you notice when people use filler words a lot. That's something that if you listen to, you'll be able to root out of your habit. Now, regional accents are a mixed blessing. They certainly are attractive in many ways, and yet if you're going for a national crown, it's probably better to minimize your regional accent so that you sound more representative of the whole area that you're representing. Probably do want to minimize that. One way is to, for instance, watch national newscasters. Not local, but national television newscasters. Most of the time they will have managed to reduce their regional accents. So if you practice speaking like some of them, you will be able to master this in time. And you know, I'll give you one more thing to think about. It's not really about the quality of your voice, but it's the kind of words you use. Sort of like filler words are swear words. Once in a while people use expressions, or they may be edgy and expressive in a way that works in some settings, not necessarily a swear word, but isn't a sensitive expression. And other times people have just built the habit of swearing. Clearly there's no place for that in pageantry. If you've built any sort of habit with that, make sure that you have gotten that out of your system before you take the stage. All of the things that we talked about, you'll be able to pay closer attention to if you videotape yourself or voice record yourself, play it back and listen. Ask friends, family, others for feedback. Give them permission to catch you doing the kinds of things that perhaps you want to stop doing. There's so many more things that you can think about in terms of quality of voice. There are other things listed in the Pageant Interviewing Success Made Easy program, which you'll find on my website. But there's all kinds of great tips to help you succeed in your interview, that you'll find many of them in this video series. So subscribe to that and come back again, and I wish you success.